What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is G, and guys, I understand, I know this is not a Call of Duty video or anything that has to do with Call of Duty for that matter, but I just want to come on here and give my personal review, my own personal take on the new WWE 2k22, specifically the GM mode. For those who are just in here and my channel is specifically just for the YouTube content, I would definitely have no harm feelings if you want to click off. I understand that this has been a channel that has been strictly FPS games, so if you want to leave, I completely understand and no harm feelings. But if you are interested to know exactly why I'm even posting a video in regards to wrestling into a Call of Duty channel, it's because I've been a huge fan of wrestling since I was like 5 years old, alright? And when I heard that WWE was going to bring back one of the most popular game modes in the franchise history, which was the general manager mode, I was super hyped. And admittedly, I have been out of the loop with wrestling for some time. I don't really know like many of the people, especially in the UK roster in the game, but I have been keeping tabs periodically what's been going on in the title picture and all that, trying to keeping track of what's going on in the storylines when it comes to wrestling. So I've been a huge fan and I've been following it for quite a while. So when I heard that GM mode was going to make a comeback for WTK 2022, I was really behind it because I started to think, well, I know the Project GHN's channel pretty much just started as a FPS first-person shooter genre type niche, but at the same time, I kind of want to add something else to the formula in a sort of way. Like I was kind of thinking, like if I can make general manager mode like a type of thing where I can record some sort of content for the game and then maybe upload it on like on a weekly basis, mostly what's going on in the real TV series with like SmackDown and Raw. I can maybe upload my footage on Thursday and stuff like that. But when I started playing the game mode, and this is where I'm gonna get very negative towards the mode, I started to really realize that there really wasn't a lot of variety when it came to the game. There's like only two type of matches, like you're going to do singles matches, tag team matches, and in regards to that you can do them in like tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, and Hell in a Cell and stuff like that. But there wasn't any options to do triple threats, fatal four ways, battle royals, and on top of that, in the general manager mode, you have a set card that only has 3 matches in that set card, and then you have 2 little promo options where you can either have a superstar cut a promo, do a charity promo, do an ad, and it really just doesn't offer a lot of it doesn't offer a lot of variables. You can't really do a lot of things, and with the match card being so low, you start to realize that you're going to be booking the same people over and over again, and it gets pretty repetitive. And on top of that, I've noticed that if you don't book someone, for example, I will use this. I had John Cena on my roster in that GM mode, and I didn't book him for 2 weeks. His popularity was like around 70, and they're pretty low, which is kind of weird that they have them really low like that. Like John Cena having a popularity of 70, like no, there's no way in hell that's gonna happen in real life, right? But so his popularity was at 70, and I didn't use him for like 2 weeks because I just forgot. And when I checked on him while trying to put him in a match, I realized that his popularity dropped all the way to 62, and I was like, well, that's kind of crazy considering that you don't have that many matches open, so you can't really book every superstar that you pick on the draft and then make sure that they all get a slot in the card, because there's only 3 options. And then on top of that, they didn't have included the mid-card title. Like they didn't have the Intercontinental, the United States, they didn't have the tag team, the women's tag team. There was just a lot of things that were missing, and the more I started playing it, the more I started to really get fatigued really quickly. Like the replayability wasn't there, and that was a huge bummer because I was making all these plans that I wanted to not only make my own universe, but also wanted to test my booking skills with my brother, who is also another huge wrestling fan. But on top of that, they didn't even have online play. So the only way you can play GM mode is if you play against an AI or you play against yourself. And that also kind of really bummed me out, because it's like, well, I don't want to play against myself, and if I play with an AI, the AI books like stupid matches that make no sense, but yet they have, they get huge ratings. Like for example, one of the AIs I was playing against, I was booking like Akira Tozawa against Brock Lesnar and he'll win, and it was like, dude, come on, man. Like, let's be if you guys want to be realistic with giving us like a limited slots in the cards, let's be realistic with the outcomes as well, right? So it just didn't make any sense. Like, booking wise, it's just something that you wouldn't see. Like, that's nothing against Akira Tozawa saying that he would never beat Brock Lesnar, but for a guy that has been jobbing for his rest, for the majority of his career, it's kind of weird to see him, dominate Brock Lesnar, right, in the game especially. But it was just not what I wanted it to be. I'm sure it let a lot of people also feeling kind of let down. Because it just left a lot to be desired in the play mode, because it is fun and it can definitely get a little addicting, but then you start to realize that you only had two sets of matches, tag teams and singles, and the addiction kind of wears off after a while. They do have like a mode where you can play for 15 weeks, and then the other one's 50 weeks. I think there's a third one for like 30 weeks, and that's it. And after that, you pretty much, that's the whole year round for the WWE season. And that's it. And to me, remembering from how it was in the old days, you had a lot of slots to really play around with, and the only way your superstars would lose popularity was if they lose matches. And of course, when you are booking one of your favorite superstars or someone that you want to be the top of your GM mode, you will play as them, so that way they won't lose and you can get the popularity up. But in this one, if you don't book them, they lose their popularity, which is very unfortunate. And you can't really do that much with just 3 slots. And it just the novelty act just runs dry really quickly. I haven't played any of the modes because, admittedly, when I got into getting the game and wanted to play it, I only got it because I wanted to play the GM mode. And when I got the game, downloaded it, and when it launched, that's exactly where I went, straight to the GM mode. And yeah, it was fun for the first hour or so, and then after that, it was kind of like, am I going to be unlocking them eventually? Are they going to give me an option to open up the card? But then I went to the 50 week, and it was the same thing. And the 50 week playing it with just 3 slots. I mean, and before I do forget, for the main events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Night of Champions, and all that, you do get a bigger slot in the cards. You do get, I believe it's like 5 matches in the card, and then 3 promos. But it still isn't enough, in my opinion, when it comes to like the regular shows. So it is what it is. I do like the whole rivalry thing, where if you book a set rivalry and then you have them as like your main key point of the show or your card, it does get a pretty decent rank in the results. But other than that, man, like, it's just not there. It doesn't feel like GM mode like the old. And I just hope they were just testing this for right now, and maybe potentially they might add it in the future. Again, this is 2K, so I'm not sure how they work. If anything like Activision, they probably, like Activision, they don't listen to their fans. So hopefully they're not like that, and they do actually listen to the feedback and the criticism from the fans who really wanted this, because the GM mode was pretty much one of their biggest marketing tools when it comes to promoting this game. And they were saying, oh, GM mode is back, and you can create your own universe and all that. They were really marketing this fucking mode, and if they don't do anything with it, and this is really what it is, it's gonna be a huge disappointment, I think. Other than that, man, the graphics are pretty good. I didn't play WWE 2k20. I believe that's the one that had like all the glitches and all the bugs that everybody memed to death. I haven't actually played a wrestling game since like WWE 2k 2012, 2013. It's been a while. Like I mentioned, guys, I've been a huge wrestling fan, but I haven't been a fan of the games since I think the SmackDown vs. Raw era kind of ended, and they went to just the W2K, 10, 2K 11, 12, and all that. So it's been a while since I've been playing these games. But when, like I mentioned, when they announced the general manager mode making a comeback, I was really on it and just waiting for it to happen. But it is what it is. It's kind of bare bones, and it's too early to tell. I'm not gonna say that's what it is. But if you guys enjoy the GM mode, let me know what you guys think about it. Did you think it was everything that you expected? Do you expected more from it as well? But definitely, yeah, let me know, because I played it quite a while, and I'm, to be quite honest, I'm already a little over it. So it's too early to tell, but let's hope and just keep our fingers crossed that they listen to us and they, add some new features to it. But with that being said, guys, again, to my Call of Duty audience, I know I don't have a big, channel or anything like that, but if you guys stuck to the end, I appreciate you guys, appreciate your time. And if you guys are new to the channel here, especially if you're coming from the wrestling community, my name is G, and I do play mostly FPS games on this channel. But again, if they do make some changes to this game, I definitely will be adding some WWE 2k22 and making my own universe type thing. So if that's something that you'll be interested in, hey, consider subscribing, man. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. But with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you all on the next one. All right, peace out.